Hi, we're talking today atop the third station on the Great Wall of China, somewhere outside Beijing. This station was built some 2,200 years ago. Of course, what we see today is much taller than it was originally, but ultimately the Chinese were a people of isolation. I think as we walk around, Reese is going to take this camera and show you a little bit of the Great Wall through these turrets. And ultimately, as we see what's happening here, we begin to recognize that obviously the Chinese wanted to be protected from the foreign invasion that we might see. And as Reese scans that Great Wall of the mountain over here, you can see a lot of this structure of the Great Wall of China. Ultimately, some 2,200 years ago, these walls began to block out the Mongols and the Manchurians. The Chinese wanted to be free of invasion. We're going to fast forward now to the Boxer Rebellion in the late 1800s regarding the Chinese to throw out the invaders. This time they are termed the Boxers, but in Chinese they were as fists. Ultimately they want us out. Us being the Westerners, not so much the Americans, but they were a part of it too, as we expected a sphere of influence in China that allowed open and free trade for us. The Brits took advantage of this as well as they began to export from one of their colonies in India, of course, opium. Opium exported to China, leading to massive addiction. The Chinese were upset, as they should be, and ultimately the Chinese begin to round up the opium addicts and execute them by the hundreds and thousands, this leading to a demand that we get out of China. So the Chinese then take great effort, including pushing out the Americans. We sent troops to China, and ultimately those troops were forced out. This Boxer Rebellion is very connected to this thousands of years of history in China that we see here. So Reese and I are now going to move down to the Great Wall itself as we begin to trek back down the wall to a place where perhaps tens of thousands of Chinese military have been stationed over the years. Okay, thank you.
And I've been your cameraman. Goodbye.